If you're traveling with TRICARE for Life and assume that your medical coverage follows you everywhere, well, hold on a minute, because TRICARE for Life is great coverage. But when you're traveling, especially cruising or overseas, the rules do change. And not knowing them can cost you time, money, and a lot of stress. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how TRICARE for Life works when you travel, what you need to do to get medical care, and what you can do to cover yourself on your next trip. This video is specifically for military retirees and spouses that are on TRICARE for Life, meaning they have Medicare Part A and Part B coverage, and TRICARE works as wraparound coverage. If that's you, this video will help you travel with confidence instead of guessing. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. We do not work for TRICARE. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not legal, medical, or insurance advice. Benefits, coverage, and eligibility do vary by individual and may change. Always verify information with the VA, TRICARE, Medicare, or your health provider. So here's the single most important thing to know about TRICARE for Life. TRICARE for Life works with Medicare. So if Medicare covers a service, they pay first, and then your TRICARE for Life usually covers the rest. That's the wraparound part. But if you're traveling to places where Medicare does not cover you, such as overseas or on a cruise, then the rules change. Once you understand that, everything else starts to make sense. So let's start with the easiest situation first, traveling in the United States. So let's take a moment to go over what TRICARE defines as emergency care. Emergency care means an illness or injury that threatens your life, limb, sight, or safety. If you reasonably believe that you have an emergency, always call 911 or go to the nearest emergency room. Medicare will be your primary payer, and then TRICARE for Life usually will pick up the rest. For non-emergency or routine care, you do need to find a Medicare provider. You generally don't need referrals with TRICARE for Life, but Medicare rules do still apply, even when you're away from home. You should also contact the nurse advice line because they can help you with assessments and help you determine what care you really do need. So here's where most people get surprised. Medicare does not cover medical care outside of the United States. So when you're overseas, on a cruise ship or something like that, TRICARE for Life becomes your primary payer. Think of this as operating like TRICARE Select overseas. Now, when traveling overseas on vacation, it's a little different. You could still go to any ER, but you need to contact your international SOS medical assistance. We put the regional contact numbers here on the screen so you could screenshot it, but don't worry about it because we're also going to put a link to the TRICARE ISOS site in the description as well. In many cases, you will need to pay up front for your medical care and then submit a claim to TRICARE for Life for reimbursement. TRICARE for Life may reimburse you, but you almost always need to file your claim yourself. This is why cruise travelers especially should understand how TRICARE for Life works before they sail. This is also why many TRICARE for Life beneficiaries also carry travel insurance, especially for cruises and international trips. So now is a great time to talk about emergency air transportation, especially for all our cruisers out there, because ambulances don't exactly run on water. TRICARE will cover air transportation in certain circumstances. A regular land ambulance can't get to you. The nearest facility is far away and there are obstacles. You must be seen quickly for your medical condition, or you can't safely get the care you need where you're at. And you have to go to the closest facility. TRICARE will not cover you if it is not medically necessary or you've selected a medical facility that is farther away. Now, before any trip, there's always a few things you should do first. First, make sure that none of your medications are on the ban list. You can check with the country's consulate website of the country you may be going to. And if you're going on a cruise, check with the cruise line's website. They have a restricted list. Currently, All the major cruise lines prohibit marijuana, even medical marijuana. Carry with you your Medicare ID card and your TRICARE For Life information and a photo ID. Put the emergency phone numbers into your phone for wherever you're going. In the US, it's 911. But in other countries, they all have their own number. You don't want to get stuck doing a Google search right in the middle of a medical emergency. If traveling overseas, keep the international SOS contact number for the region you're going to in your phone as well. Keep copies of all your medical prescriptions on your phone and share them with everybody in your party, if you're comfortable doing so. Carry extra meds as needed. We usually carry like an extra week's worth because honestly, you never know. You might get stuck in a delay at an airport. Hey, maybe you're coming back on a space-safe flight and you don't get on that one and you got to wait 3 days to get on to the next one. Those meds are helpful. And be sure to carry a travel credit card with a high limit because you're going to probably have to pay your medical bills up front and they can get costly. And remember, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. Take notes of everything, who you talked to on the phone, what time the call was. Think of the who, what, where, when, and why of everything. Take notes on everything. Get every receipt you can as well, okay? You may need this information if there are any issues with your claim later. If you must file a claim, you can go to the TRICARE website. Link is in the description. And you can find links to resources that can help you with filing your claim. This sounds simple, but when you're not feeling well, it can make everything run a lot smoother for you and can make all the difference. So here's the good news. TRICARE For Life is excellent coverage. Most people who understand how to use it don't have any problem at all. The key is knowing how it works before you need it. If you found this information helpful and would like to hear more about travel-related military benefits, please like and subscribe to the channel and join our community. And which one of these tips did you find most helpful? And which tips would you add to the list? Let us know in the comments. For Vets on Vacay, this is Mike. I'll see you in the next one.